the final day.
What a day of sports ball. This is Interesting to See, your daily sports podcast, news, narratives, takes, gambling, etc. I am your host, Nick. I'm wearing my Tottenham Hotspur, which is a joke, but I am a huge Tottenham supporter, as they say. One of the crazier Premier League championship Sundays of all time. One of the crazier Sundays and weekends of sports I can remember in quite a while. Just electrifying shit. And I'll be honest with you, the weirdest part about this, to me, no question, is that the NBA and the NHL were kind of boring. They were the boringness of this. We'll get to all of that. We'll get to the Premier League Championship Sunday. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of coffee right there. Well, good Monday morning. How can you tell we're live? But we're going to start today in the National Football League. We're not going to start in the Championship Sunday. We're not going to start with one of the biggest meltdowns in professional golf history. And we're not going to start with the NBA and NHL playoffs that are raging on, where the NHL is just assassinating goaltenders. We are going to start in the National Football League, where reportedly, and this is from Pro Football Talk, the NFL owners are counting votes to see how long it would take to force the owner of the Washington football team, the Commanders, to sell the team. So here is what I know, and then followed by what I think I know, and then I don't know. Yeah, that'd be a good name for a segment if we were doing segments. The league can force one of its members out at any point in time. It takes a 3/4 majority. That's 24 votes out of 32. Good math, Nick. It's right there on your screen if you're watching. And they can make anybody sell their team. Now, they're going to sell their team, and this will make Daniel Snyder a billionaire, because right now he's worth billions of dollars, but then he will just have it in cash and assets, which is quite the punishment for being such a piece of shit. But it's happening. The rumors are swirling that they want him out. So on top of the sexual allegations and all of the racism and bigotry and just garbage there, they also found out that he was withholding money to the tune of perhaps millions of dollars from his cohorts in the NFL and cooking the books. And the Snyders have pushed back and said that was just one guy. Now, I absolutely think that screwing with other billionaires' money is the fastest way to get kicked out of anything. Absolutely anything. Now, Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, is also under investigation for perhaps doing a bunch of things like this, including incentivizing losing, asking his own head coach to lose, screwing with Tom Brady, who was a quarterback of another team at the time, a bunch of stuff. But right now, the word on the street is that owners are close to the majority that they have, and it could happen. This announcement could come any day, from what I understand, which is a hallelujah situation for Washington Commanders fans. So that's, in a weird way, that's the biggest story in sports, like for me right now. Okay, let's get on to things that are sports that are fun. We're going to start in the PGA Tour. The championship happened. The PGA Championship happened. And this guy that I had never really heard of, his name is Me Too. He was leading essentially all Sunday, the fourth round, the final round of the PGA Championship. Me Too Pereira. He then had a historic meltdown. I think, and I'm trying to find this in the golf media is so annoying. They just kind of hide their like bad stories about their players because they don't want people to see it. So he was going to take a 2-stroke lead. He almost drained a big putt on hole 17. Then on 18, his tee shot was just It was brutal. So I'll pull it up here. I found it on the YouTube.com, and we'll pull it up here for you to watch. It was bad.
Tiger 07. Look at that follow through.
He did the same thing yesterday. Went below, but this is going right. Yesterday was up the left side.
Oh my goodness! He couldn't make a follow through. Where is it?
Oh my goodness! It's in the water.
Oh my goodness!
So that penalty it forced him. Wait, was it not up? Twitter, where are you? There you go. Yay! All right, I'll do it without the sound for those of you watching on the Twitter.com. It goes in the water On 18, man, it was his to lose. If you see in the right-hand corner, he had a one-shot lead. Justin Thomas was in the clubhouse. He just needed a par. A bogey would get him to a 3-hole playoff. Will Zalatoris, the guy that is often compared to Happy Gilmore's caddy, literally, you can look at him. It's unbelievable if you haven't seen it. Him and Zach Thomas they're right there. The 3-hole playoff. It's a 3-hole playoff in the PGA Championship, and there are 3 guys that could do it. Me Too collapses. I feel bad. Zalatoris so close to his first major, one of his first big wins on the tour. But the boring thing in golf also usually happens. Congrats to Thomas, but I was definitely pulling for Zalatoris. No disrespect. So that happened. All of this was happening. Twitter was on fire. But earlier in the day, the Premier League happened. So Premier League Sunday, we've talked about it. It's a round robin. Everything happens. Championship Sunday has often provided drama. However, at no point in time has the team who started the Championship Sunday in second place come from behind to take the lead. Liverpool was 1 point behind Manchester City heading into Sunday, which means that in FIFA, in international soccer, and this is the NHL should do this as well, a win is 3 points, a tie is 1 point, and a loss is 0 points, obviously. So they're 1 point back. So Manchester City, if they win, they're champions. If they draw and Liverpool draw, they're champions. If they draw and Liverpool lose, they're champions. If they draw or lose and Liverpool win, Liverpool are champions. It was crazy. So here's what happened. Liverpool and Manchester City were losing late. They were losing late in their games. Very late indeed. And everyone was like, holy crap. And then you're watching the games and you're like, Manchester City is down 2-0. They're down by 2. They're down by 2 to Aston Villa. Aston Villa is at the bottom. They're 14th out of 20. Liverpool are losing to Wolves, Wolverhampton Wolves, the Wolves, who are the 10th place team. They're a respectable club. They're actually pretty good. And they're losing. So you're like, hey, City's down by 2. This is Liverpool's moment. This is going to be historic. This is what a collapse. And then Liverpool takes the lead. They come from behind to be beating Wolves. And then Manchester City come all the way back, which is the highlight that we opened with. It was unreal. Utterly preposterous shit. Arsenal needed Tottenham to draw or lose, and they needed to win in order to jump Tottenham for the Champions League. That did not happen. Tottenham and Arsenal kicked the asses of their opponents, who were bad. Tottenham played the last place club, which is good luck for them, or a team that eventually became the last place club and will be relegated. Arsenal, I believe, off the top of my head, I'll pull it up here. Yeah, they played Everton. Everton so Everton during the week played a match where they avoided relegation, and they just kind of were like, whatever. Interesting note from the Tottenham game, I have it pulled up here. Kind of a historic moment for not just Premier League soccer, not just for Tottenham, but also for just international diplomacy and diversity in sports. So we'll watch it here.
Moura for Tottenham, who've got 4 at Carrow Road, and Lucas Moura delivers the free kick in. Harry Kane up with the head, beaten though by Zimmerman. Son on the edge of the penalty area collects, turns away from Pukki, hits a shot. Oh, it's a fabulous goal! What a goal from Son, who now, as it stands, is the Premier League's outright top goal scorer. That was true Premier League.
So that goal right there, I'll turn the volume down so you can keep watching on the YouTube. You can watch all of my episodes on Spotify. Like, rate, review, subscribe if you like the podcast, and give it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Then other people will find it, and then I'll keep doing it. That goal right there gave Son Heung-min the lead for the Premier League goal-scoring title, known as the Golden Boot. Salah, the Liverpool player, eventually tied him. So Son came into the day 1 goal down. He scored 2. Salah scored 1. They tie. They share the Golden Boot. This is the first time an Asian-born player will win the Golden Boot in Premier League history. It's kind of a huge deal, and especially in a year or 2 or 3 years where Asian hate has been so aggressive. Right now, Son Heung-min, by far the best Asian-born footballer of all time, the South Korean, he joins Shohei Ohtani right now as being some of the best team sport athletes in the world, and what a great moment. It's a historic, cool thing. Sports have a way to tear down barriers. He joined Spurs, I believe, back in 2015. He has been one of the best players in the Premier League, and will certainly many young Eastern Asian men will and do look up to Son Heung-min and his accomplishments. Really cool moment there, and he wanted it very badly, and his team wanted it for him, and Salah did score, so they have to share it, which is annoying to me as a Spurs fan. You can see me, I'm wearing my shit. But really cool. Definitely a big fan of the way he played. All righty, let's move on to the NBA playoffs. This is going to be quick. It's boring. What you thought would happen is happening. Last night, the Mavs lost to Golden State in Dallas, 101-100. It's 3-0. The Warriors are going to win the title. It is boring. Over the weekend, the Heat beat the Celtics in Boston. What happens with Boston is sometimes they hit all of their threes and they just annihilate people, and then when they don't, they lose. It's really simple, so we'll just see. They do it about every other game, which is why they've been playing 6 and 7 game series. So I don't know. I would probably bet on the Celtics. That game starts at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. NHL playoffs are a little bit more interesting, specifically because of the surprises. But again, similar to the NBA, and this has been a theme all playoffs long, I think the NHL has had far more close games that are fun to watch. But there have been a lot of blowouts. The blowouts are fun when it's unexpected and the home team is blowing the other team out because it's just violent and fast and it's fun. Last night that continued. The Oilers go 4-0 on Calgary. Before winning 4-1. Also yesterday, the Lightning, I thought that the Panthers might beat the Lightning, but the Lightning, after getting past Toronto, they have been on fire. I believe they have won now 5 straight in the playoffs. They destroy the Panthers at home 5-1. The Rangers beat the Hurricanes 3-1, but the goalies are the story in this game. So Jordan Binnington, the goalie for the Blues, got ran over sort of by accident by Nazem Kadri. Then in the press conference, you can't see it. I was going to play the clip, but you really can't see it. The Jordan Binnington, the goalie, got hurt by Kadri, then threw a water bottle at him. Then in this game, Oilers versus Flames, Milan Lucic, notable a-hole from the Boston Bruins run, he just annihilates this goalie. It looked like the goalie changed direction, but Milan Lucic is not doing much to hold up. We'll play it here, and the subsequent mess that followed. Here we go.
Mike Smith.
Twitter, why do you refresh? Nobody wants you to refresh, bro.
Is knocked down by
You see that?
Lucic.
Let's watch it again. Boom!
Knocked down by Lucic.
And then all of this.
That will drop.
Ugly. Jordan Binnington is out for the rest of the series against the Avalanche, and the Avalanche are like one of the best teams in – probably they are the best team in the playoffs, essentially. And their best player is Jordan Binnington, the goalie, and that's how the Blues would have stolen the series. So the Avalanche essentially assassinated the goalie. Did he do it on purpose? No, kind of. Both of these players, Kadri and Milan Lucic, have a record of being people who break rules on purpose for the purpose of hurting people. They have a pretty bad reputation. Milan Lucic was given a game misconduct and a 5-minute match penalty. The Oilers, of course, ran it up. On the Flames, NHL playoffs happening tonight. Avs and Blues, Panthers and Lightning. So the Panthers and Lightning have a back-to-back. The Panthers could be swept, and the Lightning could be on their asses for like a while before they get to the Western or the Eastern Conference Finals. Unbelievable. Unbelievable turn of events for the Panthers. I feel bad for Claude Giroux, the guy from Philly that was traded midway through the season. It's really unfortunate that this is how it's going to end for him, but that is how it's going to be. I'll get you out of here on this, have some other stuff we can get to, just longer stories. We'll talk about the French Open and tennis coming up later this week and whatever. But non-pitcher pitchers have been pitching during blowouts. They're just blowouts all the time. It's just so stupid and annoying. This is Yadier Molina, Hall of Fame catcher for your St. Louis Cardinals. Look at, he doesn't even care. They're up 18-0 over Pittsburgh. 18. Baseball needs a mercy rule. Like, they're going to make people watch this. They're going to make people work at the ballpark. It's 18-0. And watch how little he cares about this. This is so hilarious.
Situation other than this.
He just doesn't care. Look at him. He's like, you whoop.
Whoop. I mean, and then you get Albert Pujols to warm you up. Look, there's his first pitch.
Yeah, they're just like screwing around. Like, the good old-fashioned ball game. Okay. It was cool for the highlight. What a waste of everyone's time. You should be able to just quit. You should just be able to. They're going to make the Pirates bad in the bottom of the ninth. Get out of here. That's going to do it. Like, rate, review, subscribe. We'll be back and better than ever tomorrow.